This one is called If You Really Want Crime to Stop, You Need to Get Rid of Some of These Corrupted Licky Popo. At worst, you need to transfer them. At best, you need to fire them. This is a perfect example in a place that is called Chester Castle, Shuttlewood, some people call it, where there are two sets of gangs. The Rides and the Barnes have been creating chaos and catastrophe for years. However, because them money tall, because they are scamming, chopping the line, they have the popo in their pockets. The popo with flip-flop, meaning that on one time them dep on the right side, the next time them dep on the Barnes side. The side that is called the Barnes is controlled or was controlled by a man known as Biggs. Unfortunately for Biggs and his crony and his family, Biggs would lose his life. Biggs was one of the top choppers on the Barnes side. He was making buku cash, have the finest clothes, the finest cars, living at the finest places that money could buy. He also had the popo in his pocket on his payroll, so therefore he could operate as if he was a legitimate businessman. However, he would soon diss the order and the popo got him rinsed out, meaning sent to the afterlife. I am going to go to my intro, then I am going to come back. ¿Qué pasa, sapa, say what they do? Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Now, like I said, Chester Castle, Shuttlewood, two gangs used to run it off, still running it off. However, the top man, they have changed. A whole bunch of things have happened recently and in the past. Top man name for the Barnes, Biggs. Biggs control everybody. Biggs was paying everybody for put out all sorts of hits upon the opposition and the rights. One of the top hitman that he had, called Bang or Bully Boy, was doing the rights very wrong, meaning that he was eliminating them on a rapid basis. However, I am going to speak about Bang further on in the news. Let's concentrate on Biggs. Like me say, Biggs have the popo in him pocket. Biggs have the place on lock. Big was making buku cash from chopping the line. However, he got out of line and decided say him go diss the popo that he was paying because he felt as if his money was powerful enough that he never have to put any sort of regulator upon his mouth. He thought that the popo was dissing him, so therefore him send up one of the popo them up under their mother. Tell them to go laba juice their mother. The popo did not take kindly to that, so he was arrested and he was charged for using indecent language, even though he lived a very indecent criminal-like lifestyle. He was reporting on condition of bail at the Ramble Popo station, to be specific. And it seems as if the popo might have called his opposition, the rights, and told them, say, you know, say, the dirty boy Biggs a leave out of the popo station upon condition of bail. It is said that he was being driven by a friend. His name is Patrick. Based on the information that I am getting, Patrick wasn't driving his regular car. Patrick decided that he was going to use a different car when he was going to pick up Biggs from the popo station. So that is why people are surmising that it was the popo that tipped off the opposition, the other side, the rights, meaning the wrong side, of the Barnes, that he was coming and the direction he was headed. It is said that upon reaching some sorts of pothole, some men alighted out of a vehicle. The men that alighted out of the vehicle acted as if they were some sorts of po-po. However, when them step out with the rifle, and those rifle was sprayed on Biggs. Biggs lost his life. Patrick was hit up very badly. However, Patrick did not lose his life. Based on information that is out there, it is said that the two men that were responsible for Biggs and Patrick getting sprayed up, Biggs losing his life, were two persons, Steve and Mark or Mike. Those persons were locked up. However, Steve is presently out. The next one is still locked up. After that incident, it is said that most of the po-po from the Ramble po-po station, who persons were blaming for calling the people and giving them a tip, telling them where the opposition was, the people from the right side, were transferred the po-po that is to separate po-po station. I had spoken about that story. It is said that soon after Biggs lost his life, immediately that same day, there was a young man, his name is Chadwick. He was also sprayed up. It is said that a set of men, at least 6 with all sorts of tall rifle from the barn side, planned some sorts of reprisal. 6 men with rifle in a 2 different car run up on Chadwick and spray him up. He was taken out. It was reprisal for Biggs and Patrick being sprayed up. So when Chadwick lost his life, they said that it was Bullyby / OC Bang that was responsible for Chadwick losing his life. Bullyby Bang was also responsible for a next person known as Reagan losing his life. Those are 2 confirmed cases that the po-po know about as it pertains to Bang. Here's the thing, like I said, when it comes to Bang, he is what they call badman boaty. So therefore, he would put in hitman work for the rights. However, his boss, before he lost his life, was Biggs. So therefore, he had more loyalty. Not to say that he was ever loyal. Him just know, say, whoever pay him for do whatever, that is what he was going to do. So therefore, he was definitely feared by the opposition, feared by the people in a Chester Castle in a Shuttlewood. As a matter of fact, it is said that when he lost his life, which was the other day, the whole of Shuttlewood and Chester Castle were rejoicing. It was like happy riddance. So when Chadwick lost his life, they said that it was Bang once again, bang them up. The po-po have always arrested Bang, have always locked up Bang, have always had all sorts of cases against him in a court. But people like me say, most of these po-po, they were on the payroll of both of these gangs, the Barnes and also the Right. So therefore, they were not doing the right thing. They were doing the wrong thing. Licky-lickyism, them call it. So on that day, unfortunately for Mr. Bang, they decide that, or based on information that I am getting, they were paid by the opposition, meaning the rights, that told the po-po exactly where he was at that unfortunate time for him. It is said that they got information, intelligence, that Bang was over his father's house. He was laying in bed. He was sleeping. If you listen to the accounts of the po-po, when them pull up on the scene, Mr. Bang jump up and try to bang them. They return the bang. After the smoke clear, this man was seen laying in a pool of his own, blood. A tool was found on his side. People, you know the regular cliche script. So pretty much it was damned if he do, damned if he don't. His DEATH warrant was already signed. So therefore it was written in stone he was going to go. Whether there was any sort of SHOOT out and people, I cannot confirm that there was not. Based on word on the street, not no go so. Them just go for him, took him out of his rest, out of his bed, out of his sleep, and put him to sleep. Rightfully so. What this speaks is volume that shows you that these popo and these criminals are always intertwined. Once the money is right, these people can pay their way out, including the bonds and the right. The popo are willing to look a separate way. However, when you become too problematic, meaning that you get too big, you get out of place, you lose any sort of respect for law and order. That is when they are going to order that you lose your life. And that applies to anybody that have any sorts of aspirations of being any sorts of criminal. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.